Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about people that have Gemini, Sun, and Taurus Moon in their natal chart. I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. I'm talking about people that have that combination in their chart, a Gemini, Sun, and Taurus Moon. And first off, well, the basic character, which is the Sun being in Gemini in this case, can be versatile, loquacious, adaptable, eloquent, quick-witted, and mercurial. Now, what's interesting is on that's and the Sun is the conscious side. What's interesting is that there is a strong disparity in this case between the Moon and the Sun, as there is in most instances. The unconscious side, which is the Moon, can be very placid, calm, persevering, persistent, patient, trustworthy, even stubborn and obstinate. And the thing about this is that the person that has this combination, on the conscious level, again being the Sun, the basic character, and on the unconscious level is very different. There's a strong disparity because Gemini can be high strung and excitable. You have the Taurus Moon is more calm and placid. You know the Sun is about our actions. The Moon is about our reactions and responses. So you have the actions of the Sun in Gemini. The person can be more excited, do things more vivaciously. It's not, and then you have the Moon being in Taurus. Well, the reactions can be calmer and again more placid, and really in taking more time to respond in some instances. In many instances, I would say Gemini Sun could act very quickly in matters, but the Moon being in Taurus, the responses, sometimes the person may even be unresponsive. So some people may see this person and wonder why at times. Well, why is this person being a Gemini? If it's somebody that just knows sun sign astrology, they say, well, why? How come this person doesn't really respond much when I say something or I send a message or whatever it might be. Um, because the Moon in Taurus can be very more deliberate, methodical in the responses. And now another way this could manifest, it could be somebody that brings that quick-witted, communicative, which is Gemini, those qualities, and something Taurus related, which could include, it could be doing something, carpet laying, working as a pawnbroker, stocks, architecture, agriculture, geology, gardening, farming, as some examples. Could be Gemini Sun, can be dexterous, and it could be a person that can use like those sharp tools, do something with gardening and use that dexterity in doing so. Again, with something that could be Taurus related. And it could be a person. This could be a good combination, a good Sun Moon combination for someone to be a very good salesperson, because Gemini Sun has a way with words, and the Taurus Moon, the emotional needs, can be about generating income, making money, accumulating possessions. And this is a person that could be able to sell things, making a sale, for something in order to make money. And there could be a very good combination for a salesperson. Um, Another thing too is that Gemini, the Sun is about what we want. It's our basic wants, and the Gemini Sun wants to assimilate and disseminate information. The Taurus Moon, and the Moon is about our needs, our emotional needs. The Taurus Moon, they need to creature comforts, possessions, peace, tranquility. They like comfort, quiet, stability, as some examples. So there really is a big difference with this Gemini Sun and the Taurus Moon, because Gemini Sun people can be very restless. They want to have a lot of activity and variety, and the Taurus Moon actually may need to broaden their own interests and expand their horizons. So it's an interesting combination for somebody to have. And now the sun reflects our true self, and in this case being Gemini. And the person, may be very witty, mobile, multifaceted, versatile, being able to very verbose, being able to communicate, very communicative, and the inner self, in this case being the moon, and the moon being in Taurus, can be one that's more stable, more peaceful, tranquil, can have an aversion again to expanding, one's interests. And this is also, it can be a little bit, this combination, people that have this, they sometimes, wonder, well, what's going on? I like to have my variety, but at the same time, I may not feel like expanding horizons. The Taurus moon may often feel more like just being, more predictable and having just general stability and security. Monotonous may not be the appropriate word, but Taurus can be seen, as monotonous, and this person, on an unconscious level may have, very strong aversion to change. Now, another thing about this combination as well, this is, the sun is about our driving motivation, and the person, has the sun in Gemini, may be driven and motivated to do manifold, which is Gemini things, and it might be done in a more deliberate, methodical, Taurian manner. Now, in some cases, you can have an out-of-sign sextile aspect between Gemini Sun and Taurus Moon. And when you have that, the energy may work in a more auspicious manner. Now, let's say, for example, if somebody has the Gemini Sun at 27 degrees and the Taurus Moon at 3 degrees, that would form an outer sign sextile aspect. Now, some people, astrologers, don't believe in outer sign aspects, but I do believe they exist. In a good example, very basic example, and I've stated this in other videos, that when you have, like, say, the Sun and Mercury making a conjunction to each other, let's say the Sun is in Cancer at 0 degrees, and you have Mercury in Gemini at 29 degrees. That would make it a conjunction, out of sign conjunction, and you would have, you have these, even though these planets are in different signs, they are in close proximity to each other, and you could feel friction, between the Sun and Mercury in that example. And I would say the same would apply with the other aspects, whether it's sextile or trine, square and opposition, or even an inconjunct aspect. Some people see the inconjunct as minor. I see it as a major aspect. And the thing about it is, if you have it in sextile aspect with Gemini Sun and Taurus Moon, it could be, again, going back to being that prototypical salesperson. It could be that person that can shine, which is the Sun, in communication, and be able to be, the moon is connected with the public, and being involved with the public and doing something and making money, which can include, sales. And it could even be, for example, somebody working a basic position, like, say, at a retail outlet, and being able to sell the products to the customers. Because Gemini Sun has the gift of gab. They have that way with words. They could be very verbose. They could be persuasive. And Taurus Moon can actually be persuasive as well. And Taurus Moon is about generating income. So really, that's pretty much it now for this. I'm going to say this is it for this astrological segment. And until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.